Hello everyone, welcome back to Football Tac Sensei. I'm Tac Sensei, and I'm really excited to share today's analysis with you. After covering Hatate's brilliant first goal of the season in our debut episode, I've been closely watching another Japanese talent who just delivered something special. Takefusa Kubo scored his first goal of the season, and the tactical intelligence behind this goal is absolutely fascinating. This is exactly the kind of analysis that can help scouts and coaches understand what makes Japanese players so unique in European football. Let's dive in. What makes this particular match so interesting from a tactical perspective is how Kubo adapted to the opponent's defensive strategy throughout the game. Let me walk you through the key moments that led to his breakthrough. First half, reading the opposition's plan. In the 8th minute, we can see the foundation of what would become Kubo's masterclass. The opposition had a very clear plan. Their left midfielder was aggressively pressing Real Sociedad's right back, while their left back was almost man-marking Kubo. This is actually quite common when facing technically gifted wingers, but what's impressive is how quickly Kubo identified and exploited this. Watch this sequence. Kubo drops deep to receive the ball at his feet, then immediately plays it to his defensive midfielder, not a forward as I initially thought, and creates a beautiful 1-2 combination to penetrate behind the defense. This is textbook intelligent movement, using the opponent's aggression against them to create space and behind. The tactical evolution, 23rd minute. By the 23rd minute, we start to see Kubo's real tactical intelligence emerge. The opponent's number 14, their left back, is still man-marking Kubo tightly, but instead of fighting this directly, Kubo starts moving into central positions between the center back and fullback. This movement serves multiple purposes. First, it pins the left back in place. If he follows Kubo centrally, he creates massive space for Sociedad's right back to exploit. Second, it gives Kubo's defensive midfielder more space and time on the ball. This tactical maturity is what separates good players from great ones. The ball switches to the opposite flank, and when it comes back to Kubo's side with a slightly misplaced pass, watch what happens. The opponent's winger presses Sociedad's right back, and you can actually see the opposing coach gesturing frantically for his team to push up their defensive line. This tells us the press was intentional, part of their tactical plan. But here's where Kubo's intelligence shines. Knowing the left back is committed to marking him, he makes a perfectly timed run in behind to receive a long ball, cuts inside, and creates a dangerous chance. This is pure tactical chess. Second half, the halftime adjustment. The 46th minute shows us what I believe was a key halftime adjustment that ultimately led to the goal. The basic structure remains the same. Winger pressing the fullback, Kubo being marked by the left back. But now, there's a crucial difference. Kubo starts from a higher position and moves centrally, creating space on the flank for his defensive midfielder to drop into. This completely confuses the pressing winger. He doesn't know whether to press the fullback or the defensive midfielder who's now in a wide position. The result? Sociedad's right back gets crucial space and time. We see beautiful triangular rotations on the left side too, center back, left back, and winger rotating positions to push the opposition back and advance the ball. When the ball switches to the right, Kubo is already in that dangerous position between the center back and fullback, pinning the left back once again. The opposition left back tries to organize his team, gesturing for the winger to press, but now they're facing a 2v1 situation. Sociedad's defensive midfielder has dropped wide alongside their right back against just one winger. When the opposition's defensive midfielder comes to help, it creates the space Kubo needs in the central areas. The goal, 59th minute, a masterclass in positioning. Now let's break down the goal itself, because this is where everything comes together beautifully. It starts with a long ball that the opponent's defensive midfielder heads away, but Sociedad regains possession. Watch Kubo here. Instead of immediately demanding the ball at his feet, he reads the situation. He sees that his teammate, number 23, is in a good position to carry the ball forward, so Kubo maintains his position between the center back and fullback, gradually advancing up the field.
Notice how he's constantly checking over his shoulder, staying aware of his surroundings while moving forward. This positioning creates a constant threat. If the left back steps up to press, Kubo can immediately exploit the space behind him. As a result, the entire opposing defensive line is forced to drop deeper and deeper. When the opposition winger finally closes down the ball carrier, watch Kubo's movement. He drops slightly diagonally to receive the pass in the space between the two defensive midfielders. Remember, one of them had gone up for that earlier header, creating this gap that Kubo expertly exploits. The finish, technical and tactical brilliance. From the alternate angle, we can see even more detail in Kubo's finishing. The moment he receives the ball, he shapes his body as if to play a 1-2 pass. This small deception causes the center back to hesitate in his press. He's not sure if to commit fully or stay in position. That moment of hesitation is all Kubo needs. He uses his outside foot to shift the ball slightly, creating just enough space for a shot. But even in this split second, he's reading the defensive positioning, checking if the other center back is charging in, which would open up space for a curled finish to the far post. Seeing that the second defender has slowed down, Kubo chooses to shoot near post instead. But here's the tactical intelligence. If he shoots too far to the right, it hits the first center back's leg. If he goes for a nutmeg, it goes wide. So he chooses the perfect trajectory, fast and low, just out of the defender's reach, but still hitting the target. Areas for improvement. Now, while the attacking play was exceptional, there were a couple of defensive moments worth discussing, not as criticism, but as development points that could make Kubo even more complete. In the 35th minute, when the opposition switches play, Kubo's initial press back is excellent. He tracks back diagonally, showing good defensive awareness. However, when the ball is switched again, he stops tracking back, and this creates a 2v1 situation against Sociedad's left back on the far side. If Kubo had continued his defensive run to at least the number 8's shoulder, he could have intercepted any cross to that player or competed better in aerial duels. If the cross went to the far post, it could have been dangerous for Sociedad. The same pattern occurs in the 70th minute during a counterattack situation. Kubo had time to track back, but didn't, leading to another 2v1 situation in the penalty area that could have been costly. I understand that Kubo is primarily an attacking threat, and teams often want their wingers high for counterattacks, which actually worked well later in that 35th minute sequence, but against more clinical opposition, this could be exploited. Key takeaways for players and coaches. This analysis should be essential viewing for any winger or attacking midfielder. Modern wing play isn't just about staying wide and beating your man one-on-one. It's about understanding when to move centrally to pin defenders, when to create space for teammates, and how to drag defensive midfielders out of position to create opportunities in dangerous areas. Kubo's performance shows us that tactical intelligence, knowing when to move, where to position yourself, and how to read the opposition's setup is just as important as technical ability in modern football.
Speaking of detailed analysis, if you're interested in getting your own footage broken down with this same approach, I do offer personal analysis services. Check the link in the description.
If this tactical breakdown helped you understand the game better, hit that subscribe button. Help me grow this Football Tac Sensei classroom so we can continue analyzing the brilliant tactical minds in Japanese football together. So there you have it. Takefusa Kubo's first goal of the season was much more than just a well-taken finish. It was the culmination of 60 minutes of tactical chess, intelligent positioning, and patient build-up play. What did you think about Kubo's tactical maturity in this match? Do you see him making an even bigger impact in La Liga this season? And which Japanese player should we analyze next? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I love reading your tactical insights. Until next time, keep discovering the beautiful game. This is Tac Sensei, signing off.